God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could I have a roll call, please?
Vaughn,
Yes.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Hayward,
Here.
Hill is excused, Sharp,
Here.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Thank you. Before we approve the agenda, we wanted to make an announcement.
Well, we've been doing some work on the sound system, so a couple of comments. First to the council, please remember to sit forward, speak into your microphone. They're designed to catch your voice when you're speaking directly at it. If you're talking to the side, it won't pick it up as well, and we have some trouble with the sound. Mr. Klotzbach does have a Facebook live streaming. That volume is not run through our sound system, so the only thing that he picks up is what is in the room. And if you're having trouble with that, one of the other options that anybody who's watching has is the city's YouTube channel. This is streaming live on YouTube, if that helps anybody else that's having trouble hearing for any reason. So we've made some changes in the room here. We're trying to address the sound, but just points to keep in mind.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Scharf, second by O'Loughlin. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion is carried. We have two people who have signed in for public hearing. This is a time set aside for visitors and the public comments only on topics of city business other than those listed on tonight's agenda. Please understand the council cannot take any action on your comments at this meeting due to requirements of the open meetings law, but may do so at a future meeting. Each speaker will be allowed a maximum of 5 minutes to state their comments, and we thank you for your cooperation. And our first one is Deb Hanno.
When we had our meeting last week, which wasn't on TV, and Dick talked about 26 firemen that don't have the proper equipment. Carson King, $300 million. I think our town, our county can help out the fire department. We had, I know, at least 4 fires that houses were destroyed. To think of our guys going in there and not being equipped the right way. Somebody could have lost their lives, probably pretty easy in something, and there's maybe more than 4.
Yeah,
But I can count 4 just thinking that were bad scenarios.
Yeah, we've had some pretty heavy ones this so far this year.
And it's just not Independence-wide, it's county-wide. So I think we ought to try to help out and do a safety suit fundraiser and see where it goes. And I'm gonna start by giving you a first small check. And I encourage everybody that can give any money, whether it's as much as a can of beer, to try to donate to this. And Dick will maybe fulfill you on the public of the highlights of what he talked about last week.
Well, I was gonna bring it up at the end of it, so
Yeah, well, I didn't
we'll
want
just
to
wait till then.
But you're already signed in here. Would you like to do
Okay,
it
well,
now?
I'll go ahead and do my little
I
spiel
forged your
then.
name.
Oh, you put it on there. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I left my sheet back there, but I did do a inventory of the firemen's bunker gear. And currently, we have 20 of them that are insufficient. We have 14 that are in need of immediate replacement, with 6 more that are needed to be replaced as soon as possible. Anywhere from damage to mismatch to size and everything else. But there's 14 sets that are almost an immediate, that need to be done as, I'd say sooner than as soon as possible. And then the other 6 would be as soon as possible.
Did you get any prices, Dick?
I've got some pricing, but I want to hold off. We've got the spec written, we got to send out. We've heard back from 1, but only 1 out of 3 or 4 that we're sending it to. So it's not going to be quite as bad as I talked like originally, because when I was really thinking about it, I was looking at what we had for the grant, and we put in a grant for $60,000. So that's helmets, boots, gloves, hoods. We don't need all that. We need just the coat and the pants. So it's going to be less than that, but it's still going to be, if I was going to throw a ballpark out there, 40 to 50 as opposed to 60 to 70. So better, just still not good. But, so, thank you.
Yep, so.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, I will need a motion to accept and approve the consent agenda that approves the following: the minutes of the September 23rd, 2019 regular meeting, bank reconciliation for the month of August, monthly and budgeted transfers for the month of August, monthly and budgeted transfers for the month of September, Fairway Stores Incorporated Class B wine, Class C beer carryout, and Class E liquor license, November 16th through 2019 through November 15th, 2020, and Stacy's Checkered Flag, Class C outdoor service and Sunday sales liquor license, October 21st, 2019 through October 20th of 2020.
So moved.
Motion by Carl Scharf. Second for Mike. Was that you? Okay. Second by Laughlin. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion is carried. Next on the agenda is approval of claims for payment.
I'd make the motion to approve it.
Motion from Kurtz for approval.
Second.
Second from, I just went blank, from Danny Fawn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Hearings and ordinance. I need a motion to set a date of public hearing for October 28th, 2019 at 6:30 PM in City Hall Council Chambers for the amendment to one-way traffic, Section 68.01, one-way traffic required.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf.
Second.
Second by O'Loughlin. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. And next, we have a public hearing for the one-way street hearing reading. Motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing. I need motion.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf,
Second.
second by Laughlin. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. This is interesting. Everybody's moving forward. I need a motion to hold the public hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf,
Second.
second by O'Loughlin. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. We are now in public hearing. This is the one-way street, where? Which one?
This is the action to create a one-way street traveling south from First Street to Second Street on 10th Avenue Southwest, adjacent to what is now G&L Lawn Rangers, between their building and the new trail, the Liberty Trail that was extended that block north to First Street. It does get very narrow in there, and there's not a lot of room for cars to meet, and there's a concern about the traffic. So this is a one-way heading south on what is 10th Avenue Southwest.
Did you receive any comments or anything? Was there anybody out there that was wanting to speak on this at this time? Any questions or comments from the council? Then I will ask for a motion to close the hearing and receive and file oral and written comments.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf,
Second.
second by O'Loughlin. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Then I need a motion to approve the first reading.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf,
Second.
second by O'Loughlin. Roll call, please.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Hayward,
Yes.
Scharf,
Yes.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
That motion is carried. So do we want a motion to waive the requirements, or is that just an option?
It's just an option if the council wants to waive the second and third and pass on its final reading.
I would make a motion, we pass on the second and third reading and conclude the ordinance.
I have a motion,
And second it.
second by Kurtz. Roll call, please.
Hayward,
No.
Scharf,
No.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Vaughn,
No.
Kurtz,
Yes.
That would fail because it does take a supermajority to pass on final reading.
So this will,
Just, I always think it's a good idea. I mean, the next time maybe we'll do the third one, but I've run into this before where somebody's come forth, and I just remember city attorney saying, you're never wrong to let one,
This,
just to clarify why I said no, but
and,
Exactly the same reason I did.
we've run into this before, I'm just,
and
okay.
the only reason it's there is for your option, so
Yeah.
no issues from our standpoint, it's simply there for your consideration.
It'll be on the next council agenda for a
be-
second reading, and at that time, you can just have that option again to whether you want it or not.
Yes.
Okay. Now is a rezoning request. We have a public hearing. I need a motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf,
Second.
second by O'Loughlin. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion is carried. I need a motion to hold the public hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf, second by O'Loughlin. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. We are now in public hearing in regards to rezoning Steve G's parcel AA in Section 9. It was on our agenda.
This is going from an agricultural zone to a residential R2 zone, excuse me, R3 zone.
Okay, on this one, did you get anything?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Is there anybody out there that wanted to speak to this particular item? And any comments or questions from the council?
I think the public probably want to know this is for an expansion of 22 additional lots out off of 6th Avenue southeast, or southwest,
Southwest.
excuse me, on Spruce Drive, to continue that around to put up some more of those multi-unit duplexes.
Hearing no comments, I will ask for a motion to close the hearing and receive and file oral and written comments.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf,
Second?
second by Kurtz. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Is this another one they have the option to consider?
We are missing the first reading. I think you want to have a motion to approve the ordinance on first reading first.
I didn't see that in there.
That's what I said, I think that's missing. That's a step in between before you waive the
Oh, okay.
requirement for 3 readings.
So a motion to do the first reading on this particular item.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf,
Second.
second by O'Loughlin. That one you need a roll call?
Yes. Scharf,
Yes.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Hayward,
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Motion is carried, and I'm assuming you do not want to do anything for second or third. Speak up now. We will move on to, next one is a public hearing for rezoning for Elliott Henderson for parcel, where formerly was Mansano, will request a rezone from M2 back to an A1. I need a motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf,
Second?
second by Hannah. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. I need a motion to hold the public hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf,
Second?
second by Hannah. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion is carried. We are now in public hearing for that request from Henderson. Is there anyone out there that wants to speak on this one? Okay. You didn't receive anything?
I did not.
And is there any questions or comments from the council? Hearing none, I ask for a motion to close the hearing and receive and file oral and written comments.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf, second by Hannah. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Then I will need a motion to approve the first reading of this particular rezoning.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf,
Second.
second by O'Loughlin. Roll call, please.
Scharf,
Yes.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Hayward,
Yes.
Thank you. Motion is carried. I'm assuming, again, you are not wanting to do anything else on that? So we will move on to adoption of proposed code of ordinances of the City of Independence setting date of hearing. Motion to approve a resolution directing the city clerk to publish notice of public hearing on October 28th, 2019 at 6:30 PM on the adoption of the proposed code of ordinances of the City of Independence, Iowa, and authorize the online code proposal.
So moved.
I have a motion from Scharf,
Second.
second from Hayward. Any other discussion? Then I need a roll call.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Hayward,
Yes.
Scharf,
Yes.
Thank you, motion is carried. Now we are down to a motion to approve a resolution authorizing and approving a certain loan agreement providing for the issuance of a $1,650,000 general obligation purpose bond, Series 2019, and providing for the levy of taxes to pay the same.
So moved.
Motion by Scharf,
Second.
second by Hannah. Is there any questions, concerns? Roll call, please.
Hannah,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Hayward,
Yes.
Scharf,
Yes.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Thank you, motion is carried. Next, I need a motion to approve a resolution accepting the digester cleaning service project as complete and authorize final payment on the contract.
I had a question on this. One of the substantial completion, is that either it's completed or it's not completed, but when it says substantial completion, that's like, I waxed your entire car except for the back bumper.
Well, that's the terminology that they're going to use. If there's a punch list item, it is substantially complete. In this case, it is complete. They are, I mean, the digesters have been cleaned, they've spread the solids. The wastewater plant actually had 3 separate contracts. This is one of those 3. This one just pertains to the cleaning of the digesters and spreading of the solids with Hodges out of Kansas. So the engineer's recommending that this one be closed out. And this would put an end to that contract. We still have contracts outstanding for the actual plant improvements as well as the wastewater, or the lift station, excuse me. Those are not,
The motors were not straightened out on the lift.
well, I think that they're very close to having that completed, but we're not asked to close it out. We're not at that point yet, and that just follows the process. I don't think that we have anything there to be concerned with. It's just going through the process for them. These folks are done. They're not coming back. There's nothing else for them to do in the contract. They've satisfactorily performed what the contract asked for. So this releases their retainage.
We don't have a motion yet, really.
I'd make a motion, we approve it.
Thank you. Motion by Kurtz, second by
Second.
Scharf. Roll call, please.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Hayward,
Yes.
Scharf,
Yes.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Thank you, motion carried. Next, we have an amendment that was discussed on, to the Employees Personnel Policy Handbook, so I need a motion to approve a resolution with revisions to the Employee Personnel
So moved.
Policy Handbook. Motion by O'Loughlin.
Second.
Second by Scharf. Is there any other questions? Then roll call, please.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Hayward,
Yes.
Scharf,
Yes.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Thank you. Motion is carried. Under other business, I need a 6th Avenue Trail permanent easement.
This is a motion to accept a permanent easement on 6th Avenue Southwest from Bland Boulevard to the south property line of Mr. Studer. This is for a future trail project. It would give us the ability to put in a retaining wall, which would be required if a trail or a sidewalk is to be put on along that stretch.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion. Motion by O'Loughlin, second by Kurtz. Roll call, please.
Hayward,
Yes.
Scharf,
Yes.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Vaughn,
No.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Thank you, motion is carried. Next is a motion regards the Fifth Ward sidewalk repair of city property in Fifth Ward.
This is an extension of the Fourth Ward sidewalk project. We have a contract with Precision Concrete Cutting. Their contract, total contract amount was roughly $111,000. With the number of replacements and repairs that were done, they came up substantially short of that number. This is repairs done to city-owned property in Fifth Ward, and I wanted to bring it back to the council because it is in Fifth Ward. It extends beyond the original Fourth Ward scope. If we put this together with what they've already paid, it comes out to about $106,000, so it is still under the contract that we had approved in June, July.
This is only city-owned property, not property owners.
That's correct. This is only city property. Lots of there are sidewalks that the city owns.
If we do that, how will that affect our sidewalk project for next year?
Well, next year, we have two items that are going to take place. One is, we will still have some city sidewalk project, sidewalks to do. The private property sidewalks will still have to be surveyed and repaired. But we also have all 5 wards that have sidewalk replacements that have to be done. And we're working on ramping up to have sidewalk replacements done next year, and that'll give us the ability to tag into that as well. And I've been working with Mr. Sheritz to address those in all 5 wards. We've surveyed them, we have them identified. We need to confirm those areas where the sidewalks have to be replaced. It's a much larger project. I anticipate that we'll come back to the council with the idea of actually taking that out for bid on a square foot basis for replacement of sidewalk. I think that we have enough volume there to get a very favorable price for the property owners. They still have the right or the option of doing it themselves, but I think the city doing it in that kind of volume will be able to get a better pricing for our citizens. But back to your point or your question, we want to add the replacement to it, so next year is going to be a pretty large year already. I mean, with that included.
I'd make a motion to have the city sidewalks do that.
Okay, I have a motion by Kurtz,
Second.
second by O'Loughlin. Is there any other discussion? Then a roll call, please.
Scharf,
Yes.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Hayward,
Yes.
Thank you, motion is carried. Next, we have a change order. I'm going to need a motion to approve the 2019 street improvements project change order in the amount of $5,600.
Unusual, but yes.
You actually are making a motion
Well,
on a change order?
I understood what was happening.
It helps to have our meetings, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is related to, as the mayor said, this is related to the 2019 street improvements projects. The contractor discovered some low-strength soil underneath the paving after they did the pavement removal on Fifth Southwest between First and Second. And so the solution was to remove the unsuitable soil, install some geogrid underneath of it, and then replace that with rock. And the contractor identified $13,900 worth of work to do those 3 items, and they agreed to perform all but the rock. So what the city is being asked to pay for here under this change order is $5,600 worth of rock that was brought in. They took care of the excavation at their cost and the geogrid. material and installation.
What's GeoGrid?
GeoGrid is it's a fabric that they lay down. In fact, I've got some photos of it if you want to see it.
No, that's fine.
You sure?
It's just like landscaping fiber?
It's a little bit more.
On steroids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can see it going down in that photograph. It comes in rolls, and then they roll it out, and then the rock goes in right on top. Here's a better photo.
So did they find it was contaminated?
The soil, you can actually see, look at the first page of what Deb is holding, and you can see the tracks in that. Look at the first sheet.
Yeah.
Wasn't it real high clay
Yeah,
consistency?
it was a real lush clay soil. You can see the tracks that during the proof roll. You can see it was just kind of like jelly underneath it there. So once they got rid of that, there was good sand underneath. And so that was the solution that we came up with. I thought it was a real equitable way. The contractor stepped up and said, we'll take care of the excavation, we'll dispose of the poor strength soil material, if you guys will just cover the rock when we bring it back in, so.
So the city's portions is approximately 40% of the total, otherwise the contract
Yep.
is covering.
Yep, 5,600 of that 13,900.
This will take a council motion.
I make the motion to approve it.
Second.
Motion by Hannah, second by Kurtz. Is that who I heard? Roll call, please.
Scharf,
Yes.
O'Loughlin,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Kurtz,
Yes.
Hayward.
Yes.
Thank you, motion carried.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Before I go to reports from committees or anything, I did want to make sure that the community is aware of the fact that on Halloween, there is the downtown trick-or-treating until I believe it's 5:30, so we will have the, for in-town for kids to go around the community itself from 6 to 8 on October 31st for tricks-or-treating. And then I also wanted to make sure people were aware of the fact that by our December council meeting, I will need to be making appointments for some of the committees between the light plant, planning and zoning, Board of Adjustments, Airport Board. And so if there's anyone in the community interested in volunteering and being involved in the city and accepting a position for one of these openings, if you'll send me a comment or your contact information to mayor@indytel.com, then I will get a hold of you. Some of these openings, I will be talking to the people who are filling those positions now and see if they want to renew that, or depending on how long they've been on the committee. And, but I'm just opening this up if there's anybody out there in the community that would like to get involved on committees for the city.
How many positions do we have, Bonnie?
I have 5 that are open, or their time is up for the planning and zoning. There's one on the light plant board. There's one that's open on the Board of Adjustments, but I understand one of my people that's on it is considering not filling all his time, but I have not got a confirmation on that. And then I will have 2 for the airport board. There's 2 that will be coming open in June or for July 1st for the library board, but that one we won't have to worry about until much later. So, anybody interested? I have had people tell me they'd like to get involved, and so this is an opportunity for you. So just please send me a notice and information to my email address. I'd appreciate that. So, other than that, is there any council committee reports that need to be done, or did we cover those before? Anybody can
I
think
think the
of?
committees are covered.
Okay. Staff. Mr. Newton, since you were here before, would you like to, anything else? Took away your time. Dustin, do you have anything?
Only thing I wanted to bring up was the city auction up at the street shop up on 12th, across from Gators, Wednesday the 16th at 5 p.m. is going to be up there. So it's just a surplus of stuff from the Streets Department, Parks and Rec, Police Department, all mixed together for that auction. So
Okay, 5 PM on
the
16th?
16th, this Wednesday.
Okay, very good, thank you. I don't think I see any other city staff. How about council members? Does anybody have anything they would like to share before we adjourn?
I got a couple things.
Yes?
Have we set any date for burning yet? Burning leaves?
No, I haven't
I've been
talked
asked about it
to,
already.
okay,
Gonna be
I
a
will-
while yet. I mean, there's not too many that have fallen yet, so
yeah,
that's kind of what I said. Then I also had a letter to read that I received in the mail.
okay. Would you like to get closer to your mic,
Yeah.
if you could?
It was dated September 24th. Bring this to the council for me, thanks. And it's from the Cardinal Courts Association. City council members, I called Todd Sheritz in regards to the weeds and tall grass in the ditch just south of Spruce Drive. Several neighbors have complained in this matter. If you could make individuals take care of long grass, weeds, etc., why can't the city do the same for us? It'd be really nice if we could have the rock ditch like one from Pines to Jupiter Drive. Would appreciate some results in this matter. Thanks, Cardinal Courts Association. And they had talked to Todd about it, and I've talked to Todd about it. I talked to Tim Donnelly, and I went out, this was September 24th, so it's been a while. I thought it'd be done before now. If it was done before now, the weeds would have been cut, then I would have opted out reading it, so. And I know Tim said last Monday that it was wet out there, which is true, but I did drive out through there today. They are long, and they're right. We make our citizens take care of their yards, so we should step up and do ours too. So they're both aware of it, Tim and Todd, so, thanks.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they'd like to share?
Just briefly, I've had 5 or 6 calls on the recycling, and I talked to Al before the meeting. We're going to discuss it at a future date with possibly with the county. But it's a huge inconvenience. It's Monday through Friday from 8 to 3:45. It's nearly impossible for anybody that works to get their recycling out there. So hopefully we can come to a positive resolution for all parties concerned and get things going again. I understand why they took it away because of the dumping, but there should have been some other solutions with cameras and so forth to take care of that.
Anyone else? Hearing none, I will ask for a motion to, I guess I got to give you guys a chance. Let ladies go first. Do you have anything, Gina?
We did get some word that the annual financial report is available now for us to start entering data. However, we did get a follow-up email a couple of days later saying that the calculation for the newspaper portion of it isn't working, so we're still working through that. And Susie and I will be at our annual conference on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we won't be in the office, we'll be in Des Moines.
Okay. Anything you have?
I did hear back from the county discussing a joint government meeting. Each fall, we've tried to hold a joint meeting with the school district, or the school board and the county board. And we've identified November 4th and November 18th as 2 options for that meeting. If we do it on November 4th, we would forego our regular scheduled committee of the whole. That would be my only caution. The county is open to either date. I have not heard back from the school district yet, and so if you have strong feelings about one or the other, please call me.
November 4th, what was the other one?
18th.
18th isn't a school board night, is it?
Yes, it
It's the
is.
third night?
Yes.
Or third Monday?
That's correct. I expect that we're targeting the 4th, but I wanted to give them the option. And those are the first and third Mondays of November. On November 19th, I'll remind you that we have our legislative meeting with, joint legislative meeting with Delaware and Buchanan counties. This is for communities within the 2 counties only. We decided to add a little bit more substance to it by doing it jointly, but all city councils, mayors, and staff from the communities in Buchanan and Delaware County are invited to Manchester on the 19th from 6 to 8.
Is that their courthouse or
No, it's at the fire station.
fire station?
And this is the 19th of October?
19th of October. It is a Tuesday evening.
October or November?
Or November, I'm sorry.
November, okay.
Yeah, we're at the 14th here. November 19th.
Okay.
It's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And we do have confirmation that the legislators will be there, which will make it more interesting.
And it's, where is it at again?
The Manchester Fire Station.
Till the 18th.
Okay.
Anything on our
Anybody?
strategy planning, or?
I don't have a date set yet, but we will have that probably in early December. But we'll see how that comes together. I'm having trouble finding the facilitator.
I got one in mind.
Okay, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Motion by Sharp, seconded by Denny. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you.